Having everything you want? Well, that's just frivolous. Nobody has everything they want. You've got to work hard. And you definitely don't want anybody to think that you have more than they do, or that your life might be easier. Hi there, I'm Elsa Borsa, life coach and joy advocate for women who want to feel more confident, joyful, and supported in their everyday lives. Thanks for stopping by. This is video 6 of my 7-day journaling series. In video number 3, we discussed how to really start learning and accepting who you are. In video number 5, we discussed how you can start to really see what you want in your life. And today, we're going to take both of those one step further and discuss what's stopping you from having everything you want. Now, before I get into the nitty-gritty here, I want you to grab your journal and your pen. This is a journaling series after all. What was your initial feeling or thought when I told you the title of this video? What's stopping you from having everything you want? I'd like you to take notice of the very first thing that pops into your mind when you hear those words, and I'd like you to jot it down. In my experiences with my coaching clients, and in my own journey of personal growth, I've identified 3 major blockers to having what you desire. Number 1, your inner critic. That little voice inside you that's judging your every move, telling you what's possible and what's completely unthinkable, and reminding you constantly that you should really be doing better. It sounds so ugly to put into words, but the reality is that most of us give our inner critic way too much power, and it leaves us feeling completely miserable. Number 2, your self-worth. Now, I know this is kind of a buzzword, but the reason it's kind of a buzzword is because it's a big deal. I'm going to throw a little truth at you here. If you don't believe that you're worthy of beauty or success, or receiving gifts or compliments, or having lots of money, the reality is that you are never going to have these things. All of these things and more are available to you. But if you don't believe that you're worthy of them, then you will consistently make choices and take actions that prevent you from having what you want. Number 3, fear. Oh, fear. There was a time when fear ruled my life. Fear of inadequacy, fear of judgment, fear of illness, and drowning, and car accidents, and you name it. I was afraid all the time. Learning to name and manage these fears has been life-changing for me. Most of us have an easy time identifying fears like spiders and birds and heights. But many of us don't give much thought to the sneaky kinds of fears that actually affect us in a really big way every single day. Fears of disapproval, fears of judgment, fears of inadequacy, fears of disappointment. These are just a few of the sneaky kinds of fears that plague many of us on the daily. They are real fears, and they impact our choices and our actions in a big way. Fear of judgment keeps us from hiring a housekeeper to help our lives become more calm. Fear of rejection keeps us from telling our spouse or our friends what's really in our hearts. Fear of failure keeps us from trying something new that might actually lead us in the direction of our dreams. These all have one common denominator that allow them to hold the power over us that they do: unhelpful beliefs. The thought patterns we're usually completely unaware of that dictate our thoughts and therefore our actions if we remain unaware of them. It is only when we can begin to recognize and shift these unhelpful beliefs that we can truly free ourselves from the shackles that keep us from reaching towards our dreams and to actually achieving them. I'm going to go out on a limb here and bet that when I told you the topic of this video was how to have everything you want, you felt some pretty major resistance to that statement. I know many of you probably thought, that's impossible, or nobody has everything they want, or she is full of shit. Those thoughts right there, those are prime examples of unhelpful beliefs. You are perfectly capable and completely deserving of having everything you ever wanted in your life and more. I'm going to say that again, And this time I want you to repeat it with me. And just a little tip here, you can pause this video and back it up a few seconds if you'd like. Here we go. I am perfectly capable and completely deserving of having everything I want in my life. Now repeat. Now I'm going to go into more detail on all of these blockers in future videos, but for today, I'd like you to commit to one single action, and that action is awareness. The next time you're faced with a decision or you're thinking about your day, I want you to take a minute and tune in to your thought process. The next time you say no when you really want to say yes, or you say yes when you really want to say no, I want you to really think about why you're making the decision you are. Is it because it's truly aligned with your values? Or is it out of fear? Fear that you'll disappoint somebody, or fear that somebody will think you're less than or inadequate as a mom or wife or woman. Once you become used to tuning into your thought processes a little bit more, you can start correcting some of your unhelpful beliefs. But for now, I just want you to focus on tuning in, paying attention, and being really proud of yourself for being willing to look inwards. Now, your food for thought for today is, what are your deepest desires, big or small? And after I've shared with you what I have today, what does your intuition tell you about what's been holding you back from achieving them? I'd love if you'd share with me a little bit in the comments below. Tomorrow, I'll be back with the last video of this series, where we're going to talk about momentum and how to get the support you need. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button down below and hit the subscribe button so that you never miss out when I release a new video. Have a great day, and I'll see you back here soon for video number 7. Who is on your support team?